Hi everybody, this is Gary the Fist Pump Guy again from Bondi's Toyota Enterprise, Alabama. I'm going to give you another how-to video today. I think it's very important to understand how to install the floor mats in a Sienna. Now, starting about 2011 when the body style changed, there was a new setup configuration for these vans. Therefore, the carpet mats changed a little bit harder to install. But I'm going to give you some easy tips to show you how to do it without it taking all day. The first time I did it, took me a long time. I took the seats out, I did all this stuff. So today I'm going to kind of give you a brief summary and show you how to do it. Now the second part of the mats on an 8-passenger Sienna, there's 4 pieces. You have this piece, which is a thinner piece. It goes up under the passenger side, on the passenger side behind the passenger side seat. Then you have 2 of these. One has an angle going this way, the other one has an angle going the other way. So if you look at it, you can pretty much see, okay? Now this one's it's going to be facing towards the outside of the vehicle. So this one would be your passenger side, and this one will be your driver's side, so it faces towards the outside. Now at the top of these, it tells you which side the front is. So if you have any questions about that, there's the front. Also, you'll notice this has a snap on it. That snap will be toward the inside, and then the snap on the other piece will be towards the inside as well. So that'll give you some kind of, actually this one will be to the outside, excuse me. The one on this one will be to the inside, this one will be to the outside, so you'll know where you're putting it at. Then there's a big piece that goes under the driver's side. It's a little bit bigger. As you can see, the snap here, it'll be towards the outside of the vehicle. So give me a minute, let me change the camera angle, and I'll start the driver's side and show you how I do it to make it a little bit easier for you. Be right back with you. Okay, first I'm going to put the outside driver pad down real quick. So what you're going to look for is make sure this angle is angling to the outside. It's going to face toward the outside of the vehicle. The snap is going to be toward the inside. So first thing you do is get it lined up. Now you got a seat to contend with, so you want to get it as close as you can before you get started. So once you get it in there, you can slide it up and down if you want to, but the closer you get, the easier it's going to be. Now you have these little black things here. They got little lips on them. Now what you're going to do is you're going to put it, line it up where you want it to, push down and push it towards the track. What that's going to do is lock it into place. You do the other side the same way and push it down and just work it in there, okay? Now the outside one's a little harder to put under there because of the way the lip is. So what you're going to do is just work it down there with your thumbs, okay? And then pull it tight. Up under the seat, you're going to do the same thing. Now, depending on how good you are with this, you may or may not have to slide the seat forward and backwards to get it to where you want it to be. So as you can see, it latches down under the side here, okay? Now, it'll lay flat, and then what you'll do is after you get your middle piece in, this will pretty much line up. So you'll have this pulled to the very end. You'll pull it to the very end where it sits like this, and this will actually fit up under here and snap to the next piece that's going to be up under here. Change the camera angle again. I'm going to show you what I'm doing with the bigger mat here, and then show you change the angle, move the seats a little bit. I usually start from the back on the big mats and work it under, so that's a little bit easier for you. Give me a second, I'll be right back with you. Okay, now I'm starting with the driver's side, behind the driver's side seat, second and third row. The easiest way I found to do this is go ahead and lay your mat out. I usually put it up in the seat back here, so I just throw it up in the back of the seat and start with this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and I'm going to work it under that. Now when I first started doing this, I tried to take the seats out and put the mats in there, this, that, and the other, but it takes too long to do that, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to work it up under there just little by little. May take you a minute to do this. Then reach around the front after you get it in there so far. And then what you're going to do is after you get it in there far enough that you can reach it, you're going to pull it on through. Now the one thing to be on the lookout for is when you're pushing up under here, there's a little bar under the front of this that if you don't get it in there right, you will have trouble pulling it through, okay? So as you work it in there, just make sure that you're working it nice and easy, okay? Now, what you can do is slide the seat back a little bit to get it, okay? So if you have trouble you're having trouble working it through, you can take and work it through like that, push the seat back a little bit, and then once you get it pulled through a little bit, then it makes it a little bit easier. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna pull it through enough to get me started where I want it to be. And essentially what you're gonna do, it's gonna line up. So you have a little L over here towards this. It's gonna be pretty close. Your first black hook will be right in front of this little bracket here. So basically what you're gonna do, same thing you did on the outside. You're gonna take this little bracket with the hook on it right here, and then you're gonna mash down and push at the same time. You're gonna mash down at an angle, push at the same time. On the outside, you're gonna do the same thing. Now, you're gonna do this all the way up the side as far as you can go, okay? That way that's out of the way. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna pull the seat back. So what I'm gonna do, since I've got this latch down, I'm gonna pull the seat back, show you from the front how I finish this up. Give me 1 second. Okay, I've pushed both seats back so you can kind of see what I'm doing here, okay? So what you're gonna do is whatever's easiest for you, do it, okay? I like to move the seats back and forward. It makes it easier for me. This is about a 10-minute process. When I first did it, it took me 30, 45 minutes. So let's make sure it's easy for you, okay? Now what I'm gonna do is finish snapping this in. So I have the long piece here, okay? You push it up under that track. It's got a little hook, it hooks in place. Same way over here, okay? And it's pretty easy to do this. So you just snap it up under there, okay? Then what you look for is you see how it's lining up right here. It's got a little line, the little cutout here for the front seat. It's gonna lay right in place. Then you're gonna take your little snap and just slide it up under this little edge here of the track, and you're gonna buckle it down. So, and basically what this is for, if you got any kind of car, you'll know a lot of times these mats slide forward and backwards. So these are latched in under the track to keep that from happening. I'm gonna show you one more angle, finish up the passenger side, and that way maybe you'll have it down by then. Be right back with you. Okay, as you can see, I'm already on the passenger side. I'm gonna do this one quick, but it's gonna be just the same as I did on the driver's side. The driver's side's a little harder because that mat's bigger. So what we're gonna do, I've already got my mat here in place between this two small section behind the passenger seat. You're gonna go ahead and feed it up under the seat, okay? This one will go in a little bit easier because it's smaller, all right? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna feed it until this lines up in the back. You got your hooks here. So like I said, I'm gonna do this fast. All right, hook there, push down, push, angle it toward the floor, push it in, and then right here, you're gonna do the same thing. Now this one's a little bit longer than, as far as the plastic pieces go, than the other side. So that's how you do that. Now, while we're back here, I'm gonna go ahead and start the small piece for the passenger side out. You can see this part right here, it angles outward. This is what goes to the outside of the car. Snap goes to the inside. So I'm gonna go ahead and work this one in here at the end. It goes in right above, right in front of the seat belt latch. And now I worked it up the side here. Give me another camera angle. I'll finish this up for you. You'll be on your way. Give me 1 second. Okay, real quick, I'm gonna finish this up. I'm just gonna finish latching down the side here, okay? Sometimes you'll hear that snap in place, so it makes it easy to know you got it right, okay? And all you're gonna do is just make sure these snaps are close to the edge, okay? Because once you do that, this is gonna fall, it's gonna line pretty much up. It's not a big deal if you don't get it exact, but you can adjust the mats basically how you want to, okay? So, like I said, I'm gonna do this last one fast, just make sure it's all in here right. And then what you're gonna do, you're gonna take this snap here, pull it out, make sure it's up under the thing here so it's hidden. All right, and then you're gonna take your snap here, which faces toward the outside, snap it down. That's all there is to it. Thank you once again for joining the Fist Pump Guy for another how-to video. I hope this helps on your Sienna. This will pretty much work from 11 to 2015, 16, as long as these mats are the same. Remember, I'm on an 8-passenger van. The mat configuration on the 7-passenger van is a little bit different, but most people have the 8-passenger van, and that's how you put the mats in. Check out my website, thefistpumpguy.com. Like me on Facebook, The Fist Pump Guy. Search YouTube for The Fist Pump Guy. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos. You can email me, Gary@thefistpumpguy.com, or thefistpumpguy@yahoo.com for more information. I'm over at Toyota Enterprise for any of you that are looking for a newer pre-owned vehicle. follow the Fist Pumped Enterprise.